as your body grows bigger. Your mind grows slower. It's great to learn, cause knowledge is power.
Hello and welcome to the mothership. I am, of course, the Commander-in-Chief, Lex Ivrak. Greetings, exalted ones. I am Lex Ivrak, General of the Rebellion and War Chief of the Monkey Lizard Army. How's everyone doing today? As you can see, we will be opening and doing a, somewhat of a review on the Cobra Snow Serpent. You may be wondering why Nick Fury is hanging out over here. I bought this Snow Serpent specifically for a custom, and I bought it for this wolf cape and hood. I believe I can use the actual Snow Serpent figure for something else. So I bought this for this cape and this wolf coat, and also for this ray gun. Why? Because this is cool. So anyway, so look, we'll just give you, just for the sake of, because that's what we do, cool art on the side here. And the front and the other side doesn't really have much going on. And then the back. So welcome back to the mothership and the turntable of awesomeness. So yeah, I got this Snow Serpent specifically for a custom, and a few of my friends in the community who I talk to regular probably I've already told you what the custom will be. But if anybody's familiar, if there's any OG Nick Fury Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. fans out there, or comic book fans, you may be aware, or probably not, there was an issue of Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., featuring Wolverine, but there was one called Ice War, and I will, toward the end of the video, I will show you the cover of that. But I'm real big into displays, and I've lately been into recreating the front comic book art of certain comics in figure form. I'm working on the Scorpio connection. I'm waiting for a couple parts. Hopefully one will be in today. But I'm waiting for a couple parts. But anyway, so Ice War, which I have not found a copy of yet, but I will, like I said, I will put a picture of Ice War up on the screen here, and you'll be able to see why. Now in Ice War, well, we'll talk about that in a minute, I guess. But so let's break into this Cobra Snow Serpent. We'll do a review. There are other reviews on this. This is an older figure, but hopefully this will work as we want it to. So anyway, stay tuned. Let's get this guy out of the box and see what goes on here. Be right back. All right, well, this is how, oddly enough, I am not real sure, but, oh yeah, this has been opened, hasn't it? Look at this, you guys. So I opened the box, and this guy was not in any kind of cardboard coffin, and this has been put together, which from the other reviews that I've seen, it does not come out of the box like this. So my local store, Hyperspace Toys, oh yeah, and this thing, yeah, look at this. Huh. Yeah, this has been opened. What a bunch of cocksuckers, dude. They sold this at a premium price as unopened. So what a fucking bunch of losers. What a bunch of losers. I was looking for this hood and cape to hopefully buy just this. There's only been a few eBay sales of just this part, and it was only they all ended about between $10 and $7 cheaper than just buying the whole figure. So, and I am, for whatever reason, super into this gun right here. This is a fucking cool gun. But anyway, yeah, so Hyperspace Toys are a bunch of fucking crooked motherfuckers. Now, somebody could have traded this in and acted like it was new in the box. Maybe they didn't know, but yeah, he was not in any kind of cardboard coffin, and his pistols were already in his holsters. So that's a pretty good indication. And these bags were already opened. I didn't open these, so shame on you, motherfuckers. Let me make sure we got a knife. Oh, you know what's missing? Oh, no, okay, there's the magazine. The magazine is in there. It's not a clip, it's a magazine. And this guy's magazine's already in there. For those of you who care, a clip, traditionally, see, a clip doesn't go in the gun, okay? A clip aids in loading. You don't actually load it. So here's some sort of space age half M16 thing with a grenade launcher. He's got a little knife that looks like a Playmobil knife would work exactly the same as that. He has his backpack and these snowshoes. There's a new type of snowshoe called a bear paw, which I think this is trying to be modeled after. But as somebody who used snowshoes for the majority of their life, these are not very convincing snowshoes. And I don't think anybody in the military uses a snowboard. That seems like the most untactical thing ever. Excuse me, this episode is brought to you by Copenhagen Snuff. But anyway, so I guess we can, just for the sake of showing this figure, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not interested in. I'm using these parts for a custom. I was wondering if this collar came off. It doesn't. I was also wondering if these hand pieces came off, which it looks like they don't. They can probably be cut off, but I would much rather just leave this figure as it is, and not really destroy this guy at all, because he probably can be used for the custom display I want to do. This guy's not quite the right color, but this would be a much more accurate color. So anyway, all right, stay tuned. I'll be right back. What we're going to do is we're going to put this cape and headdress hood on Nick Fury to recreate the cover of the comic Ice War. And I can't remember the number. I want to say it's 128, but I call every comic episode issue 128, so I don't know where the fuck I get that from. Anyway, stay tuned. Let's put this on that, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We will again, we will flash the cover of Ice War now, and we'll flash it now so we can talk about it. So I know in the actual cover it appears that Nick Fury is wearing a bear rug on his head. There is a Naughty or Nice Santa Claus that has a bear hood. I'm not aware of any other action figures that may come with a hood, an animal hood. So so I thought, because artistic freedom and everything, that the wolf would work, and it looks pretty good. They're now the hood or the cape does have a peg on the back, so there is a I don't know if that's something I'll cut off. You can see that it doesn't lay flat right there. I don't know if that's something I'll cut off or if I'll drill a hole. I'll probably cut the peg off of the cape. God, that looks pretty cool right there, doesn't it? I'll probably cut the peg off of the cape and leave the figure alone. But so as you can see, we are looking for. I think I found one. The auction's not quite over yet at this time. I am looking for now that you've seen the cover art of this Ice War comic, you'll see that I'm just really missing a shirtless Wolverine, which I have I'm pretty sure we have one on the way. I got it for a good deal if I won the auction. Also from our friend Big Mike at Manic Plastic Toys, I acquired some very affordable other Wolverine figures, mainly for the head sculpts, because the shirtless Wolverine head doesn't quite match up with the expression and the art. I'm pointing in this empty area because that's where Wolverine would kind of go. It's actually maybe a little bit more like that. And then this would be a little far forward. And then Wolverine, as you saw in the comic that I flashed on the screen, would be a little bit more like that. So, but yeah, man, Nick Fury, Ice War, how about that? It looks fucking cool. I had the comic years ago when I was a kid. I was a big Nick Fury fan, still am. I am looking for the Ice War comic in good shape because I want to mount it. There'll be a video coming out shortly of the Scorpion, the Scorpio, I think it's called the Scorpio Connection, right? The cover of Wolverine and Nick Fury of that comic. I have the Marvel Magazine edition, where that cover from the Scorpio Connection is the cover of Marvel Magazine, but they've changed the background from a green to a purple, and I think the purple looks pretty cool. And when I was a kid, I had a lot of the cards, a lot of the Marvel trading cards, and that's the one I remember. The card, there was a couple versions, but the one I had was the purple back. There was also a blue back with the Scorpio logo, which is an original, like from the actual comic. Oh, I got the clicker right here, man. I was just watching our friend Mark Hauser at Off Kilter Collectibles. His new video just dropped about 39 minutes ago. So anyway, yeah, man, I like I said, all I wanted was this cape and that headdress. There's been a few people in the community who have got this snow serpent, and they said, well, I'm not going to display him with the cape and everything. And I messaged and left comments on every one of those people's videos, and I said, hey, man, if you're not going to use the cape, and you know, like, I'll buy it from you because I really need it for a custom. And nobody ever got back to me. So, you know, whatever. So I ended up paying full price, actually a little more than full price, for this whole figure. But as you saw, other than this guy really being the wrong color, right? Because on the comic, this bad guy laying dead on the ground with Wolverine crouching over him in this area, he looks a lot more like what's that guy's name? Beachhead or somebody. Anyway, he's in a much more green and brown with a splash of purple. But, you know, if you run into Cobra or Scorpio or Octo or Hydra, if, you know, they're probably really going to be dressed like this, right? So, but yeah, I plan on making a display with the comic behind everybody, and then it'll be painted white, and we'll have like a snowy Alaskan Arctic background, and maybe even some fake snow from like a Christmas village, you know, like the cotton snow. So as soon as the shirtless Wolverine comes in and we get the comic in the comic holder, we'll be able to get some dimensions on how much area this will take up, so we can make a baseboard and then a backdrop. And y'all will see what I'm talking about later when it gets finished. But yeah, I think that is awesome. I think that is awesome. Now in the cover art, Nick Fury is in his traditional Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Costume, but throughout the comic, he does have a. He's not really wearing that in the comic, but I want to do this display with the comic behind them, so it will look quite authentic. Except for maybe the color, and I don't have to use this guy, but I have him. You know, I will be keeping this gun for sure. I don't know why, I just think that's a fucking cool gun. These other guns and goggles, I have no plans for. I have really no plans for this or the snowboard. So if anybody, and I wouldn't mind recouping a little bit of money on this, but so if anybody is looking for those accessories, you know, drop it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram. We'll work out a trade or something, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. Yeah, man, I am pumped up about this. I got this a little while ago, and I kept wanting to open it just to put the cape on Fury here. And I kept telling myself, no, I need to do it on the camera. I just heard something at the door, so I'm going to we'll fade to black, and we'll come back and talk about this one more time. We'll do an outro. All right, we're back. There certainly was somebody at the door, and it was a package being dropped off. Our beautiful, lovely, probably one of the most badass, throat-slitting motherfuckers in the community, Lobot, has sent me a box all the way from merry old England. And that just arrived. So actually, hopefully, I'm going to get a hold of him right away and tell him that the package arrived. And I think it'd be cool to do a live unboxing of that. Salacious Rum style. I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, we'll show you try to show you the cover art of Ice War one more time. What do y'all think of this? Do y'all do you know the comic Ice War? Are you guys OG Nick Fury fans, whether it be Howling Commandos or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? My favorite run of the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. comics were, of course, where Wolverine is in them. So I think that's very neat. But anyway, so I hope y'all enjoyed this quick video. Like I said, it's not much of a review on Snow Serpent. There's plenty of reviews out there, but this is a good figure. He's got awesome head motion. Everything looks really cool on him. You know, being that I was raised subsistence in Alaska, you know, any kind of Arctic action figures are cool. I know Hasbro and is not watching this, obviously, but if anybody is who knows anybody at Hasbro, give us a Quinn, man. G.I. Joe Classified. We want Quinn. I want Quinn. I say that in every Joe live stream chat that I'm around, and there's maybe like one person who's like, oh yeah, Quinn, he was cool. But, you know, that's kind of like a later, I don't know when Quinn came out, but he's not one of the originals. He's probably an early 90s. And I can't remember Quinn's son. You remember Quinn had a son? Quinn was born in Alaska. And then he had an affair with some Russian badass chick who worked for Cobra, and they had a son, and I can't remember the son's name, but he worked for Cobra, and he was definitely like he dressed a lot like Snake Eyes. And if you look at some pictures in some comics, you'll think it's Snake Eyes, because he wears like the same black outfit. And I'm pretty sure he has like 2 crossed swords. And I can't remember his name, but that's Quinn's son, Quinn the Eskimo. So my grandfather was Eskimo, and he raised me. And, you know, so I have an affinity for Eskimo superheroes and native indigenous superheroes of all kinds, whether it be Billy Jack or Warpath or what's Thunder, what's his name? Thunderbird. And then what was the guy in Alpha Flight? Anyway, very cool. Billy Jack is the original indigenous superhero, but anyway, yeah. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. Whatever, like I said in the comments, if anybody's looking for these Snow Serpent accessories, you know, let me know. We'll work out a trade or a deal, or, you know, whatever. Because I am gonna keep this gun for sure, and I'm gonna keep the figure, and I'm gonna keep the cape there. But anyway, I have been General Lax Sivrak. I appreciate everybody. There's nothing but love and respect for everybody in the community. Get a hold of me. We'll do a show together. Hopefully we'll be doing a live with Danny Dolphin soon. Sky Bottom Station. Hopefully we'll do another live with Ed and Brett, or both of them together. And so anyway, stay tuned, and we'll see you on down the trail. All right. Thanks, everybody.